My name is Bernard Branch. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, and I decided to come to Cyprus to get spine surgery with AIMIS because I thought it was a great opportunity for me to get healed with the problem that I have. Well, I had found that I had a problem. I was in a bad car accident like almost 20 years ago, and I was fine after the accident because I was much younger, and later on I found that there was a problem where that I had numbness in my arms, and I decided to get it checked out with the practice that Dr. Vincent works in, a neurosurgical specialist, and they found that I have degenerative disc disease. Now this was like 2-3 years ago, and I think the only thing was being offered was a fusion or some type of injection, and I opted not to do it. And 2 years later it got worse, and I came back to see Dr. Vincent, and he told me that you still have the same problem. It's gotten a lot worse. Your spine is being pinched in section 4 and 5. You're going to either need a fusion, or there's a better option that would work out a whole lot better. And he started telling me about what AIMIS had to offer, and it sounded so attractive. I had to jump on it. I could not believe the opportunity and the revolutionary surgeries that are happening over here in Cyprus and everything. So it was a no-brainer. Well, when I came to the practice, I know Dr. Vincent through my fiance, and she set me up an appointment to come and see him. And when I sat down and actually talked to him about the situation that I was having, and he tested me, I was really reluctant for doing any surgery. I was hoping he would give me a miracle pill or something like that and make it all go away, or wave a wand over my head, but that wasn't the case. He offered something that was far better than waving a wand over my head. And when he told me about AIMIS, I was so excited because I knew that I was in really good hands. He made me feel so comfortable in that office visit that we took. And when he told me about the surgery and how I would feel after the surgery, because I'm not a person that really likes to get cut or anything, when he told me that I would be good to go the day after the surgery, it was a no-brainer. I had to. I was excited. I wanted to go the very next week. Yes. When it came down to deciding whether to get a fusion in the U.S., which that was the only thing that was certified by the FDA, or getting an injection, which I don't even like getting a needle. I definitely didn't want a needle in my spine. But when I found out the revolutionary surgery that was happening over here in Cyprus with AIMIS and everything, where I could actually have the disc completely replaced, and I would be in better shape than the disc that was deteriorating because of the injury I occurred over 20 years ago. It was a no-brainer, especially when I found that there was very little blood loss, the incision is really small, and the mobility I would have afterwards. And so it was a no-brainer for me to come to AIMIS, despite the flight and how long it took to get here and everything, because I looked at all the testimonials. I tried to Google everything I possibly could negatively about this. Could not find not one negative thing about this place. The only thing I kept hearing about was how long the flight was, and I enjoyed that most of all because I enjoy flying. So it was a no-brainer, and I would do it again and again and again and again. Well, every person I told about me coming to Cyprus to get surgery, or me just even mentioning to any of my family members or a stranger or my customers that I deal with on my job every day, and they were like, "Woo, you going for spine surgery? Oh, you going to Cyprus? Where is that?" And so of course they were supportive, but in their back of their mind, I'm quite sure they were saying I wouldn't be doing that, but they would have to walk in my shoes to see what I'm going through, the pain that I was going through. And especially when, the people who did ask over and over again about the surgery, why are you doing that, whatever the case would be. I sat there and said, well, the only thing that's being offered here in the U.S. is a fusion, but I'm having a disc replaced, and I'm going to be in better shape, and I won't have to wear no type of halo or a collar around my neck. It was a no-brainer to come to Cyprus to get the surgery performed, because it just made perfect sense to have that done. So when we decided to come, it didn't take long for them to book the tickets, none at all, and everything was a smooth process to come here. Sonny was right there to help us out, there to pick us up and take us to the hotel, and told us about the surgery procedure and what the next step was going to be and everything, right?
After we saw Dr. Vincent, then he said he would set it up after we gave him our decision. Then we had someone from AIMIS contacted us directly and told us what the process would be. They booked the flight. They told us when the flight would be, told us the surgery date, explained everything to us. We corresponded through telephone calls and via email.
Yes, it was a very smooth process.
Yeah.
And Sonny was right there to hold our hand through everything. She is the best. I had not heard of Cyprus before, none at all. But I was definitely interested in seeing what AIMIS Spine had to offer me to correct the problem that I was having with my spine.
I've heard of Cyprus because I took a Western civilization class. So I learned about Cyprus and the Greeks and all that big enough history, but I did not have a whole lot of knowledge about modern day Cyprus.
I decided to come to Cyprus and AIMIS Spine when I came to see Dr. Vincent, and he gave me my options on what I should do, and he told me that he could take better care of me here over in Cyprus than he could in the U.S., and he does surgeries in the U.S. all the time. So that right there that sold me right there, that he could actually take better care of me here in Cyprus. So I was definitely sold, definitely come here to AIMIS to get my problem corrected. Well, it took at least about 3 months to get everything all together, and once everything was drawn up and scheduled and everything, it was so smooth. I mean, the flight was smooth. Sonny was right there to take care of us. She has been there through us. She's been there with me even through my surgery. She stayed with me in the hospital. I mean, if I could just take this person home with me and keep her, it's like my best friend now. I love her. She is like family to me now, and she was like the best thing about this whole experience. Second to the surgery. And I feel so good. It doesn't even feel like I've had surgery. It doesn't feel like I've been cut. It doesn't feel like I have spine surgery. I can move my neck around, up and down. If I could get permission to play tennis, I would. I feel great. I've made the best decision. I would definitely do it over and over again. The hotel is beautiful.
Hotel is nice.
My God. And the food is amazing.
Food is great.
I cannot believe I need a treadmill to lose all the weight. I cannot tell you how beautiful the stay is.
Delicious food, yes.
Exactly. There should be a treadmill right beside the table where the buffet line is. It's just amazing. Yes.
The whole package is good.
Yes.
It's good.
I feel so safe here. We went out for a drive. We've driven most of the island. The mountains are so beautiful. Yeah. Sonny has taken us to some places where they make wine and where they make olive oil.
We went into the village.
In the villages. It's so beautiful here. This is a beautiful, beautiful country. No doubt.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
I feel very safe, very relaxed. I would definitely recommend it. The whole AIMIS Spine, Cyprus, everything.
It's a perfect vacation spot.
This.
It doesn't feel like I had surgery. It feels like I'm on vacation. Yes.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yes. The whole experience with AIMIS Spine and Cyprus is a no-brainer. I would definitely recommend this to anyone that needs to either come on vacation or come to Cyprus for surgery, for spine surgery. This surgery should definitely be certified in the U.S., but I would tell my friends, family, even my enemies to come here to get surgery.
Yes.
I am part of the AIMIS family now, and I am an AIMIS.
I'm a part of the AIMIS family too. Love AIMIS.